you're going to stand in front of the table left. Hey, Kaya, can you go put your basket over there and get your flowers, please? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you would please be seated. And Eric, if you could please retrieve your lovely bride. And sir, if you'd please be seated. We're ready whenever you are. So welcome. Good afternoon, family and friends. We have come here today to celebrate this wedding between Eric and Trish. And on behalf of this couple standing here, thank you all for joining us today. And if you would, please put away your devices for just a few moments. Be present with us as we celebrate the love that we see before us. I promise, I'll be brief. So with that being said, Eric and Trish, they are delighted that you've come here to share in their joy on this very special day. And by this presence, you get to celebrate with them and this love that they have discovered in each other. And you are supporting their decision to commit themselves to a lifelong relationship. Right? Now, we do know that marriage is a bond that's only to be entered after some considerable thought and reflection. By making this commitment today, Eric and Trish, your relationship is going to become better, stronger, and deeper. And you get to show your respect for one another by setting forth to honor the vows that you're going to create today. And your lives, which originally began on separate paths, get to be joined as one. They would like to recognize Eric and Trish, their parents, on this occasion by offering their profound gratitude for all the love and care and support that you've provided for them as you raise them. Parents, these unconditional gifts of love and support that you have continuously offered, wow, again, you have created these wonderful people who are standing before us, and they thank you from the very bottoms of their hearts, because again, without you, today would not be possible. Now, for Eric and Trish, long, long time ago, out of the routine of ordinary life, something extraordinary happened. Something kind of like a big bang. They met each other. They became friends. Then they fell in love and are finalizing it today on their wedding day. We all know that romance is fun, but true love is something far more, and it is their desire to love each other for life. And again, that's why we're here to celebrate today. But in rejoicing in this love that they have found, wow, it is truly a pleasure to watch this love bloom and participate in this union of this couple, so delightfully suited to one another. And maybe when we're done, we can have a couple cocktails in the process. So now, today, you, Eric, and you, Trish, you, again, I keep saying it, are celebrating this love that you have discovered in one another. And you're supporting your decision to commit yourselves to this lifelong relationship. Marriage is that bond, again, to be only entered into considerable thought and reflection. And by making that commitment today, you get to remember that your love is here. And you get to keep that alive and hold on to it for all those unique qualities that drew you to one another in the very beginning. That first halting phrase, that thrill of discovery, that wonderful feeling of oneness when your eyes met. And to love is to constantly search for new ways to bring each other to happiness and to make the very most of every moment that you share with one another, and how you get to marvel at your feelings for one another that keep rising to new dimensions. When you love one another, you get to create an oasis of tranquility and a quiet place that's totally apart from others, where you need not have to pretend, where really you get to be yourselves, and you get to know that within your hearts you get to be accepted by one another. To love one another is to greet each day with anticipation, always being eager for a new opportunity to share new adventures. And to love each other is to follow that rainbow through the rain and be able to laugh at yourself, to be willing to say, I was wrong, I'm sorry, to forgive. And more importantly, you get to forget. Do you always get to believe and to trust in one another? When you love, you get to watch with all that wonder of all the miracles of creation and to find beauty in all the simple things of life. You get to find within yourselves a deeper appreciation and a new awareness and really just how truly wonderful life is. And you get to be happy together. There is that feeling of that deep, abiding affection, a magical and compelling impulse that makes us seek one another's company. That is one of the greatest gifts of the human experience. And any of us who have really been fortunate enough to find and express this loving devotion that we see here today, well, you know what an awesome and wonderful thing that is. And it is because of this understanding that we have, I have a bit of advice for not only you standing before me, but everyone gathered here today. Be constantly grateful for the presence of those precious people that have chosen to share their lives with you. I have a second suggestion. Let someone be a recipient of a daily kindness. This world's a very tough place, and any of us can be subject to rough handling. So be generous with your compliments. Be attentive, be helpful, and each of you can, by your tenderness to one another, those kind words and those thoughtful actions, wow, you have an opportunity to not only make your home, your community, but the world a much better place. Now, Trish and Eric, I have some very important questions for you. You might want to look at each other for this part. Okay. These are those questions. Okay. Do you, Trish and Eric, present yourselves willingly and on your own accord to be joined in marriage?
We do.
Do you promise to care for one another in all the joys and sorrows of life, and to share the responsibility with and the enrichment of your lives together?
We do.
Now, Eric, these are your important questions. Will you got to look at Trish. That's the hard part right now. Will you, Eric, keep Trish as your favorite person? Will you laugh with her? Will you go on adventures with her? Support her through all life's toughest moments? Be proud of her. Grow old with her, and to find new reasons to love her every day?
I will.
And do you take Trish to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, for better or for worse, richer or for poorer, sickness and in health, until death do you part?
I do.
Do you also take her to be your partner in life and in crime? Last but not least, do you promise to love her even though she's a lady and sometimes ladies just plain run late?
I do.
Okay. Now, at this time, you have a few words of love that you would actually like to read to Trish.
If I can make it through these, guys.
I have a tissue.
Okay. Trish, words are not a conduit capable of conveying how I feel about you, but I'm going to try anyways. I love you because you put kindness and effort into everything you do. I love you because nobody has ever given me the love that you've given me, and you're the only one that could ever love me the way that you do. I love you because you taught me how to see the joy in life. I love you because you made me smile when I had almost forgotten how to do so. I love Kaya because she's a miniature version of you with the same spirit and heart. I love every detail about you. I love you because simply you're you. I'm modern and cannot wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I'll always love and protect you and Kaya with my life. In return, I will still need you to help me find my car keys every morning. And probably on the weekends too.
Those words were amazing. Thank you, Eric. Now, Trish, it's your turn. Do you, Trish, take Eric to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold, for better or for worse, for richer or for poor, in sickness and in health, until death do you part? Do you also take him to be your partner in life and in crime? These are the hard ones. Do you promise not to whine at him when he forgets where he put his stuff? And you promise to still love him after he's been out all night playing with his boys? At this time, Trish, you have a few words of love that you would also like to read to Eric.
Eric, I remember the exact moment that I fell in love with you when I was 17 years old. It forever resonates with me, and I am honored to be standing here with you today. This is a once-in-a-lifetime love. I believe in you. I believe in the person you will grow to be, and I believe in us as a team. With unwavering love, it is a privilege to fulfill these vows to you forever. I vow to take you as my husband in equal love, to love you unconditionally and without reservation. I vow to trust and value your opinions and to always stand by you. I vow to be faithful and supportive and to always make our family's love and happiness my priority. I vow to be honest, caring, and truthful, to love you as you are, and to grow old by your side as your loved and best friend.
Those two were also amazing. For thousands of years, lovers have exchanged rings as a token of those vows that you've just given to each other. So let your rings be a sign that love has a past, a present, and a future through you and within you. Tobin, can you please come present the rings? Thank you, young sir. Now, Eric, please take Trish's left hand, third finger. Third, yeah, the one with the ring on it. Please repeat after me as you place the ring on her finger. Take this ring as a sign of my love and a symbol of all we share. You are my yesterday. You are my today. You will be my tomorrow. All that I am, I give to you. And now, Trish, if you would please take Eric's left hand, third finger, and repeat after me. Take this ring as a sign of my love and a symbol of all we share. You are my yesterday. You are my today. You will be my tomorrow. All that I am, I will give to you. But today is not about just the joining of this couple that's standing before us. We're also talking about, creating a new family. So Kaya, could you please step forward and join this couple standing before us? Come around, sweet pea. Lovely. So, we know that being a part of a family comes with all sorts of responsibilities. So I have a few more questions to ask of you. Do you, Eric, and do you, Trish, take on Kaya as your daughter, to love her, cherish her, to play with her, to take her on long, boring road trips, to play board games with her, to play video games with her, and not to get really frustrated because she's going to win all the time? Last but not least, to let her have those girly sleepovers? Now, this is your question, Miss Kaya. Do you take this couple standing in front of you as your parents? Do you okay, good. I got a few more, so if you want to change your mind, you can. Do you promise to love them and honor them and cherish them? Do you understand that maybe some old people, just like them, they make mistakes? Sometimes they forget things. Sometimes they might even say some bad words. Do you promise to go on those long, boring road trips and to play games with them? You got to let them win sometimes, though, okay? Just like you get to have girly sleepovers, can you let your grown-ups have play dates?
Yes.
Okay. Now at this time, Eric, he's going to honor you because you are such an amazing and special young lady by gifting you with a necklace, sealing his promises to you and all the promises that you've made here today. Kaya, you are absolutely amazing. If you could come stand back here with me again, love. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise we are almost done. I have a very special ending for you. We're going to participate very quickly in another symbolic act. And life is full of many such actions that we cannot always put into words. We've used ancient symbols today. The exchange of rings, the clasping of hands, bearing of flowers, and the promise of a kiss. By such things, you are acting instead of speaking in regards to your promises. Eric, if you could please escort your lovely bride forward. I gotta sneak over here. Trish and Eric, before you, you see an empty glass. Well, that glass, that represents all your past, your disappointments, your challenges, tears, and fears that life has thrown at you. But you can't see anything in there because that is behind you. That's your past. Eric, if you could please retrieve our wine. Trish, if you could please pour. And I want you to see, as you fill that glass, there's something in there. That's your future. It fills with all your hopes and your dreams and adventures and blessings that life really has in store for you and for your new family. So I'd like for you to pick up your glass. Ladies first. Take a drink. And when you taste that wine, you're going to taste all the sweetness and the bitterness, which represents all of life's journeys and these experiences that are a natural part. Trish, your family, you have to share. Sip, Eric, sip.
Good wine.
You want to take another drink before we go? Okay. Okay, good. Eric, if you could please escort your bride back. As you shared that cup of wine, so may you share your lives together. May that sweetness that it held for you be that much sweeter because you got to taste it together. May you find your life's joys heightened and the bitterness sweetened and all your life enriched by this constant love. By sharing the wine from that cup, so may you always share your lives. As of this moment, you belong to that same current that's going to carry you to the highest peaks of life. Eric and Trish and Kaya, I have heard your promises today to share your new lives in marriage and as a new family. I recognize and I respect these vows that you have made here today. and in the honesty and sincerity of what you have said and what you have done here, in accordance with the laws in this great and beautiful state of Colorado, it is with my honor and true delight to declare you now married. If you want to clap, you can clap now. We're going to do it, I promise. I promise you they're going to do it. So now, may this love that has brought you here together grow and enrich all your lives. May you meet with courage all the things that arise, that challenge you, and may your relationship always be one and of trust. May this happiness that you all share here today be with you always. And may every word that you have pledged here be a living truth in your new lives. And now, for that special ending that I promised everyone, I know they've been practicing, so it should be really good. Trish, do you want to kiss Eric? Yes. Would you please? I know, goofy parents. You want to do it again? Okay. So Trish and Eric, if you could please turn around and face your guests. It is truly, again, with much pleasure, much pleasure, to now pronounce this couple now married. Eric and Trish, step forward in your new journey in life. Yeah, you guys can walk now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for being here today. I know some of you traveled short and some of you traveled far. Many blessings on your journeys home. If you will please go back up to the stairs, I promise you cocktail hour is ready and waiting for you, and our lovely bride and groom will be joining you just shortly. Have a wonderful afternoon. So Kaya, you want to come with me? We're going to go upstairs. If you would like to come watch us sign the license, you are more than welcome to. Dad, we're going to go back this way. We're going to go up the stairs. So back where you stand. You can bring those with you. Okay?
I'm going to take the secret out.
Take the secret out. We're actually going to go right behind you, actually.
There.
Yeah, right there on that balcony. I don't think there's an elevator for the balcony.